welcome to the tabletop. We got Will, Boone, and myself here today.
What's your name?
To talk about Derek. Talking about Derek. Nothing major. We're talking about some new games we've been playing. A commission we'll get to later on, and just here to chat with you guys.
Yeah,
it's been a while since our last tabletop.
Last anything.
It's been.
I
mean, besides the last video, but it's been through 4 or 5 months probably since our last TableTalk episode.
And when's this going out? Because we just recorded a couple back-to-back games for you guys.
Yeah. This will be these are so fast to edit. It could probably be done in a couple days.
So you're going to see this before
you
our video. So
you'll see this. Yeah, we just recorded 2 more Middle Earth strategy battle game reports, which you'll see this before those. Already hinted at what one of them was, and someone guessed like 10 minutes after
immediately.
I put the post out.
Yeah, I don't even know how they figured it out from the picture, because the picture was like, here's the model. The picture was like of this portion.
It was like 4 hairs off of a bear model, like his butt, and someone's immediately
like,
Beornings. Yeah. So it's Beornings versus Isengard.
Yeah.
Is the next one of the next ones. The other one
can confirm.
Yeah. The other one's a secret, I guess.
It's a secret. And it's so good to hear.
So good to hear.
So what's been going on? We've had a little hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just life stuff and
just a period of not tabletop for a while.
Yeah, it was kind of all quiet on the Western Front for as far as tabletop stuff goes.
A couple sick kids, a couple times.
Yep.
Couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids start school and suddenly everybody's sick for days.
A weird concept.
So, little petri dishes sharing the germs.
Mix of that, job stuff, just life. But
we did manage to squeeze a tournament in.
Yeah.
Boone and myself, we went to a Middle Earth tournament up in Portland.
500 points.
Was it 5? No, I think it was 6.
600 points.
It's been like a month and it's already just
I forget about it on the day after.
Yeah.
So.
I do remember I went 2-2. Wasn't super great. Started off really, really good and went 2-0, feeling really good about myself, and then I came across Helm Hammerhand. And it all went downhill from there.
he hammer-handed you?
He double hammer-handed me.
Gave you that hammer?
Right off the table. I remember I left so I had a Shade. I took Angmar. And so I had Witch King. He led a bunch of dudes. The Shade led a bunch of dudes. And then a Barrel Light. Mr. Barry Light.
Was this the first time you brought it to a tournament?
The Shade, yes. Which
how'd you feel about it?
Performed pretty well.
I hate the Shade.
Nobody liked it, yeah. Nobody liked it, but...
Her last support, you can see.
No performance anxiety?
No.
On his side? He rolled pretty well?
8 straight turns of doing his thing, so...
Well, there's one positive.
Yeah, except for against Helm Hammerhand. First turn of combat against Helm, I left my Shade just like a millimeter, a fraction of a millimeter too close. Helm Hammerhand, hero combated off his combat, ran around my lines, got to the Shade, nuked him in 1 turn, and then it was just
over from there.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Chance. And then Witch King kind of dirtled about. I don't think he probably was successful on like 3 magic casts on the day.
That's the whole day.
The whole day. Yeah.
Yikes.
That's got to be a frustrating day, actually.
To say the least, yes.
A little morale.
Didn't win priority except for the very first turn of the first game. After that, lost priority the entire day. So that also doesn't feel very good. But it's
that's how the dice roll sometimes, though,
the
right?
way the dice tumble. Yeah.
How many games was it for?
4 games. Yeah.
I think I also went 2-2.
You started off slow, but you ended up ramping it up.
Yeah. Riders of Rohan, as usual, is what I took. Theoden, Gambling, Durnhelm. The first couple matches got dumped on, and then I remembered how to play them.
Took you a couple
and
games.
then did a little bit of dumping myself, which was nice for once. But played the Elves 3 out of my 4 games.
There was so many. I
hated that.
I think...
I was fine, but
8 of like the 14 dudes or 12 dudes there were elf players or something. It was
one matchup was against mostly pajama elves, so it wasn't that bad. If I won the fight, they have D4.
Can you put a poll on these? Like if I hold my hand out here, like what do you guys think about elves? We'll put a little thing on YouTube.
Hatred? You have
screw those guys.
Yeah.
Do you hate elves? Yes. Very yes.
Right here.
Everyone hates elves.
Let's even make up a poll. It's just like 92% of people say screw the elves.
Yep. Pretty much.
That's how it goes.
I wasn't on Team Screw Elf, but after that, I kind of was.
I am now on Team Elf, so I'll be playing elves from here on out. So
yes, you will be. Well, I don't want to do my Army of the Dead against those.
Yeah, no, I mean they're courage 5, I think, maybe 6.
Not too bad.
No, okay.
He's still they're still okay against. I mean, really, there's no bad army for the Army of the Dead. They're fairly good.
I played Boone with the Balrog in the Army of the Dead, and he crushed me.
Yeah.
There was not even. I don't think I killed one of his guys actually.
No, I think. Well, if you win the combat, you should because Goblin's courage is 2.
Yeah. So
I think it was just the Balrog ended up just chewing through everyone.
Probably.
But I feel like half of the bonus for Army of the Dead is that you have to courage test the terror, and so I only had what we probably paid a 400 or 500 point game.
It was pretty small, yeah.
And you just
17
goblins on what I had, maybe
the
7 characters.
Makes them auto pass.
It was a Balrog and a handful of goblins.
Yeah,
yeah, they auto pass courage test if there wasn't like a foot of him or something.
It was a rough game,
and they don't break until with
more points and maybe some horsemen, it would have been different.
Yeah,
potentially, but
you should be able to kill the goblins no problem because they're so low courage.
Yeah,
I think I had Aragorn.
Yep.
And he died pretty quick. So
yeah,
that also
doesn't help ever.
The Balrog actually did some stuff. So
yeah.
That was cool.
I was like, hey, that's nice.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get you to a tournament here pretty soon.
Yep.
I'll be there.
Take the arm.
When's the next one at? Do we ever say what
months.
time we record these? Like, should we say what day it is?
No, you can't. It doesn't matter.
Like reference that it's been 2 months since the tournament.
December 22nd.
Yeah.
It's my grandma's birthday. I should call her.
Oh, happy birthday, Grandma.
Yeah. She won't watch this, but happy birthday.
The next one I think is there's a couple. There's one in January I know of, but that's up in Bellingham.
I would love to. I've got a place to stay up there actually.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Washington, we may be coming for you. Watch out.
We'll meet you halfway into the West team so we can fist fight.
You guys have your passports?
No.
Maybe we could jump into
I need
Victoria.
to get one.
I would love to do that.
I know. Yeah, I want to go up and that's where the Into the West guys
British
are.
Columbia
They're all up in. Yep.
Yeah, we need to visit them here sometime soon.
You guys should have a tournament so we could come to Canada. That'd be fun.
Canada's got a couple. They've got one really big one.
Yeah, they play pretty regularly up there, as far as I know.
When is the big one usually? Like
it was a couple months ago.
Was it?
I think
September, August.
Clash on the Coast.
Yeah,
there's like 80 people or something.
Yeah,
insane.
Clash is huge. Clash is massive.
On the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it could be fun.
But I think the next local tournament isn't until like April.
It's a while. There's some game days.
It's a while. Yeah, there's game days, of course, but I think April's the next one. It's gonna be a big one. It's 800 points. So
really?
2-day tournament. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one.
That'd be fun. We could plan for that.
Yeah.
Derek's gonna be at that one. Come see me.
All right.
800 points of Army of the Dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Aragorn, the King, and 2 soldiers
with Gimli and wait, can I do like Legendary Legion?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do
Legolas, Gimli. You could do the whole shebang.
I see what you did with the points there.
Yeah.
No soldiers.
Just take the 3 hunters, the King, a herald, and then as many dudes as you can take.
But I really like the Legolas and Gimli back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You have
3 hunters.
Oh, 3.
Yeah, because you have to have Aragorn and the King.
What's that, like 600 points together?
Pretty much. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
no fodder. Come at me.
Elite armies are fun. That's what Army of the Dead is usually because everyone costs so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I played. All mounted. It's always lower model count.
Yeah. I mean, that's every elf army too. They're technically elite. Yeah.
I can't wait till we get the what's that guy who rides the elk?
Thranduil
on the mount.
You just gotta paint him up. I just gotta paint him and a bunch of paint him and a bunch of elves on. All of these.
Oh, speaking of
segue, what have you guys painted?
Starting. Probably going to be on the channel at some point because I love history and stuff.
It's a lot of fun.
I've started to paint some 15mm World War II stuff. We're going to be using the bolt action game system. So we'll probably put some pictures up on the screen. I don't know if I've showed you close earlier.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but if you want to look at them, whatever. But
I was picking them up. And the top comes off, right?
Yep. A couple different buildings. I'm not painting the inside because I'm lazy. And I want to do these fast, but have a whole slew of terrain for that, and I'm painting up a couple different. I don't even know if you can see them. There's
so
zoom in.
Yeah,
there'll be a picture right here.
Zoom in on this.
Note to self:
15mm tall models from Flames of War, but we're basing them on pennies and are going to play bolt action with them. And then I'm trying to get into some ancient stuff, and this is a Roman, what am I blanking on? A Praetorian Guard. There we go. So I made him purple.
I asked earlier, but for the video audience,
yes,
they're on pennies. Why are they on pennies? Is that a normal thing? Does everybody do that?
It's just a decent size. Like if you look at, you can't see them on camera, but I have bolt action minis on the wall over there. It's like relative to them, it's almost like the same
about the same
scale almost.
Okay.
And they're
same scale?
Yeah, about the same scale.
Cool.
And for audio listeners, you don't want to know what we just did. They're just kind of hefty too, so they won't like.
Yeah, they're nice
weight.
to keep them.
Because
like
they're not going to tip over.
They don't knock down. It's the same thing.
Because the models themselves mostly, I have a metal army. They're plastic, so they're really light.
Yeah.
So it adds a little bit of weight.
A stiff breeze knocks them all over. So with penny, it's a little better.
Yeah.
Don't sneeze.
Yeah, pretty much.
Most people I've seen either use pennies or washers, about the same size.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen
people do pennies and then washers under those too.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll maybe do different colored ones because it is kind of hard to tell when you're playing
3.5 feet back.
Who has what? Because in bolt action, it matters if you have an LMG, a rifle, a submachine gun,
bazooka.
Yeah. So some people will color their base rim different, or they'll have like a colored washer or something, so they can tell at a glance what it is.
It's funny thinking about it. Why would you pay 15 cents for a washer instead of a penny? A penny. That's interesting.
You just paint
Smart
the penny
choice.
something. I don't know.
Economical.
Yeah, it really is.
But yeah, it's a super fun system. Excited to get everyone into it.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it.
Me and Tim played it a bit, but it's been a while.
And thankfully, you've painted like all the army in like 2 days. So
that's another thing. I think I'm only going to play 15mm games from now on. Because like the buildings was like 2 sittings. There's only 3. We're probably gonna have like 15 or 20.
I've got a couple more in construction right now. So
we got 2 printers going right now, don't we?
Just one. One's out of commission.
I don't want to talk about the other printer.
Sorry, Steven.
I'm gonna blame it on him. He gave me a bum printer.
Oh,
I'm cutting that out and sending it to him.
I mean, you can still leave it in there.
Well, yeah, we got a lot of buildings. We have like a custom scenario. We're gonna kind of homebrew a little bit, I think. I haven't told you yet, but bolt action has hidden deployment rules, which I don't think are very good. They you count as hidden if you're not within line of sight of your enemy when you deploy and you're like in cover or something. Mm-hmm. But you can still see the minis on the board. You know where they're at. We're gonna do a thing where it's like an assault on a town, like an attacker defender scenario. Defender will have hidden deployment, but it's gonna be whoever is hidden is gonna be set up an ambush. An ambush is if someone comes in your line of sight, you can shoot at them, like as a reaction.
Like Sentinel.
Yeah. But we're gonna do hidden deployment to where like if it's Will, let's say he deploys his guys in buildings and takes a picture of where they're at and then takes them out. So I have no idea where they're at. And then he'll just be able to, there's no pre-measuring in bolt action too. So you have to be careful. Like if you are going to fire out of this building, like the front window of a building, and a guy walks in your line of sight, you go, okay, I'm going to ambush and shoot. And you reveal like, okay, there's a squad in this building. And then you measure and they're not close enough.
And you're like an inch short.
Oh man, so you just start shooting.
So it's kind of a fun thing of like waiting for the right moment. Yeah. So we're going to, and that
is a homebrew thing or is
kind of, it's
a mixed match.
Borrowing from Infinity. They have that where you literally, the opponent turns around and you take a picture of where you're deploying that hidden like invisible unit, which is pretty sweet. It's a cool thing. Yeah. But we'll borrow that because I think that's way cooler than having them on the board. The special thing about bolt action is you can see them, but it's like super, super hard to hit them.
Yeah, so it's like, I know that they're there, but I can't shoot at them quite yet.
And you can cheese it.
But it's like a minus 20 to my shot. You know what I mean?
You can cheese it because I think indirect fire can hurt them like mortars, so you can shoot at something next to you.
Yeah. So I can like, if they're standing behind this building, I can shoot a mortar here and like still affect them, which, you know.
It's dumb.
True hidden deployment, they're hidden. You don't know where they're at.
Yeah. How do points work with bolt action?
Like the point system?
Yeah, so like are guys worth certain things? Like how big is a game? Like 500-point games? You got 50 characters?
Generally people play at like 1,000, and that's probably like, I would say 2 to 4 infantry squads of like 5 to 10 people, which is like 100 points a squad-ish. I don't know 100%, but then vehicles can be like anywhere from like 150 to like 250 or something. It depends. There's different levels of like experience for infantry, and that affects their stats. There's inexperienced, regular, and veteran, and that changes how many points they're worth. And then guns
changes how well they shoot and stuff too.
And I think guns across. I think it is a base like inexperienced, regular, and veteran regular infantry probably all cost the same for every army, and then guns all cost the same for every army, and then they just have different varying builds and stuff.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong because I would assume someone like the Russians or inexperienced is probably cheaper because they you can have like 20-man squads and have
like militia.
Double the amount of.
Well, doesn't somebody we know, Jeff, doesn't he do a militia base?
I think he's I can't remember exactly how he built his army, but he's Russian.
Where it's all inexperienced, and so he just has like a horde army basically.
Yeah.
Just roll the dice.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Got enough guys.
It's a neat rule system. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty intuitive. There's just a lot of fun stuff. Like mortars are fun. Like pinning. A really big deal in the game is trying to pin people down so they can't move because you have to do like.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that the other day.
You have to do like morale tests to be able to do stuff. But if you pin someone down and you keep hitting with a mortar, you just eliminate.
You just demolish the team.
Yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of cool rules. I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's fun. And 15mm just seems right. Everything just looks. As opposed to 32, you can fit like an entire city on a board, and have a cool close quarters firefight. And like 32, you can fit like a block.
Well, and what's crazy too is taking the 28mm down to the 15mm. We're keeping the same measurements, and it works perfectly.
Yeah, you don't change any of the rules.
Yeah, which is insane. But I mean,
it works.
A rifle.
Movement's still the same?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, movement's the same. Rifle ranges are the same.
It all scales down, so it seems it's similar.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know. We use the same templates that run bolt action, and I don't know if those need to be like halved or anything. Things like heavy, like artillery and mortars use templates. So like you see if you can hit multiple people if they're within like the little template, depending on like if the weapon's stronger, it'll be a 2-inch template or a 3-inch template, like a circle. Okay. And you just try to fit as many people in as you can, and you hit all of them. But I don't know if that should be changed for 15mm because you could fit a lot more in a small space. But we didn't at the game day, and it felt fine. But no one had.
As long as it's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyways, welcome to our Bolt Action podcast.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say. What about you? What are you working on, Will? Paint-wise?
I've got actually way too much stuff happening paint-wise. Right now, I've got a huge Malifaux commission job going.
Malifaux.
So these little group of dudes here, and we'll do a zoomed in picture and stuff. But they're all part of it. These are the only ones I've gotten done so far, and I have like
like this. Here. You gotta hold it.
I think I have like 12 more guys or something like that left to do. So. The two hard ones are out of the way. These ones, the
doctors.
Was it Dr. McMorning?
He's got some legs sticking out of his bag.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Cool. We're gonna snap a pic of all this, I think, afterwards and throw it up on the screen.
But yeah, so those two were the hard ones. Hard ones that I put more effort into those than everybody else. So everybody's just kind of getting basic paint jobs, but they're still looking really, really good. And then
shut up. That's basic.
Shut up.
Get out of here.
Personally, I've got my Blood Bowl team going.
Yeah, look at that.
I've got almost everybody done. I am paying lizards because lizards are awesome.
They're pretty cool.
And I've chose to do every model is a different type of actual lizard. Instead of just doing like I have a green lizard team or a blue lizard team, like a lot of people do. Is everybody's going to be unique, and so far I think they're turning out super, super rad.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Great idea.
Yeah, like. I don't know, just seeing everybody have different color schemes or like the Gila monster. It's freaking rad. I don't know. I love
They're really cool. They look awesome.
But yeah.
I think I was saying earlier, this is my favorite by far.
The albino alligator.
Yeah, you're just crazy. Cool. Look at that.
He's pretty cool. But everybody has like the same, like their shoulder pads are going to be the same, team colors, but their skin tone is going to be all different lizards. So
I'm going to put a poll out for that too, see if anyone would be interested in watching Blood Bowl reports.
I think we probably end up doing 7s if we do Blood Bowl because it's condensed a little bit.
Yeah, for the Blood Bowl League at Shiv games, every game was like 3 hours.
It takes forever. I mean, there's a lot of chit chat and rules looking up and things like that. But Blood Bowl, I feel like, can go a long time. Which if/when, because I want to play Blood Bowl. Yeah. We're gonna do a time clock. So like. I don't know if we want to do per activation or something, but like 10 seconds per activation.
So straight up,
it's like go.
We could straight up chess clock it.
Yeah, cool.
Like
you lose if you run out of time.
Like every model, or just have it set up to where you have to punch it for every model you activate because you do all your guys at once.
Oh, I see.
So just give yourself 10 seconds to think about what to do with every model. Just click next one.
Next one. Everybody, like you get I don't know, 5 minutes per turn or something.
Yeah.
I think
Because
that's pretty cool.
the turns in Blood Bowl, the way they work is there's 8 turns per half, and each team gets 8 turns. So that's 32 turns total in a game. Unless it goes to overtime, and then there's extra turns, whatever. But so 32 turns. So those, if you're not like actively playing and doing things a lot or having to take time to think about stuff, it can take what seems like forever. Like Boo said, like they were taking like 3 hours for the game.
Yeah.
So that's just, I love games, but that's too long.
A lot of that was because so in Blood Bowl, if there's a turnover, then it switches turns. So sometimes it can go back. Sometimes it can go back and forth. But our games were good in the sense of like multiple times we got to activate everyone on our team before it flopped turns. So we just played smart. Was why it lasted so long.
Right. I remember we had a game where it was like I tried to, I can't remember what, I think you fumbled or something, and I tried to pick the ball up, and I ended up just kicking it across the board. So my turn ended, and then you went to grab the ball, and you couldn't grab it. The turn ended. It went back to me, so it was like bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, I can do that sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been painting. There's a lot more stuff in the hopper that I need to paint still. I'll get to it someday.
Yeah.
Cool. Segue into what I'm doing. Segue.
Good segue.
Segue. You just say segue, and it's like, yeah.
Segue
it makes sense.
Segue is your segue.
The funny thing is, Boone's going to edit that. It's going to be perfect. You're like, wow, look at that. Or Will. Do we just
I think
introduce?
Boone probably.
Boone. Yeah, Boone. Sure. Editing this. What I'm doing in painting currently is nothing. But we've been talking about this for like probably a year. Doing drunk painting with the boys. The boys.
Maybe.
It's just getting together and drinking a Four Loko.
Oh, no.
And then we got some Macallan up there for all you Scotch drinkers.
Ooh.
That might be probably more so what I would do.
We gotta start with the Macallan. You gotta start with the good stuff because it's a waste to drink after Four Loko. Yeah. Anything you drink after Four Loko is a waste. Can I say that? I said Four Loko a couple of times. We're gonna have to beep that out.
No, you have to.
You gotta pay for that. No. Unmonetized.
This isn't
a thing anymore.
Yeah, there's no caffeine. Well, there was no caffeine for a while.
Yeah.
And I think you can get some with caffeine now. And there's like
that's a bad idea.
Four Loko liquor. It's like a little tiny, whatever. Not the fifth, but it's like a little inside.
If Tim was here, he'd be singing his praises right now.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah. What do you want to paint for your first model?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I've thought about it, and probably, obviously, Army of the Dead is my team, but like the King is pretty simple to paint. So I don't want to be like pulling an easy one. I'm like, I want to paint the King. It's painted. I'll take a picture before and after, and it'll look exactly the same. So
we've got a couple of riders, I think, to paint for the Army of the Dead. So
there's a bunch of stuff still.
Fun. Pretty simple. I'd love to maybe get an Aragorn.
Yeah.
Maybe get a
that'd be cool.
Close, accurate, with some sweat and blood on his face for that last the battle with him. That'd be pretty cool. Actually, I don't think there's actually blood, but he's pretty sweaty.
There's some black stuff.
Yeah.
Some orc blood.
There's a Herald that did up there that's prime white ready to go.
Yeah. Got your name on it.
I will let you guys will be the first to see that Herald's going to be the first one Derek paints. I've never painted a single model.
Those guys are nice. They're how I painted the ones up there now is it's just white, like that prime white, and then a shade. Just a shade.
They just slap a shade on it.
And then but then what I do then is I shade the bottom, like the bottom half again, and then like the bottom quarter again. So then it's like a gradient, and then I dry brush of like this light white and gray over the whole thing to kind of tie it together, and then if that was what you would want to do, but it's just that scheme for them is really it'd be a nice first one. It's pretty simple.
Pretty easy.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
That'd be fun. I think going back to drunk painting really quick, would you guys prefer to do as like Will's done live Twitch painting, right? Mm-hmm. Would you guys prefer something live so we can't edit some inappropriate stuff out? Or would you like to have like a production?
It'll probably be
recording.
We were kind of chatting. It would probably be live and then cut down for YouTube.
Oh, I see. Good.
And then put it over.
So if you're there, and if you weren't, here we are.
and then we can maybe put the entire live stream unedited on Patreon.
There we go. Oh, so speaking of Patreon, it's a shameless plug.
Yeah,
we have changed what we're offering. So the first tier is $3. if you want to
yet.
support us.
Almost.
By the time
this comes
releases
out.
the video, our Patreon is going to be at $3 to just show us your love and support. Everything beyond that, I think we're going to have special things as we go up. We've talked about it.
We're
talking about it now, and I'm not sure if we're solidified on what that's going to look
exactly,
like. So, surprise when it's edited.
Every tier will have its own unique, special, fun thing. So,
right here, we're gonna have Clint's going to edit a little picture. He's going to show us what those levels are and what they do.
And we got some ideas. Some of them specifically with the Discord server, how to make it different because everyone has one. But I won't say any more than that in case we don't do it.
Yeah.
But
and I think really, we've said this in the last video that you guys haven't seen yet, but really thank you for the support and the follows and the watches. Man, that last video went pretty crazy.
Yeah,
and you guys are awesome.
Really good for us. Yeah, and that was really cool to see all the support from that.
I mean, it's blown anything we've done out of the water by miles.
But it double. I mean, I don't. It's fun to watch views go up, the view counter, but it's not like for that. But it doubled the amount of views from our best video. We got like almost 200 subscribers off of it. Just a lot of new people coming into the channel, which is really cool.
It's been amazing. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
like
thank
Eric
you.
said, thank you.
Feel the love and support. It's
thank you.
crazy.
Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Kind of ties into the other topic we were going to talk about today is the studio and how that's been going. We got new stuff thanks to Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's two lights
you guys can't see.
Two giant new lights that help illuminate our beautiful faces.
Yep.
And we're hoping to get. We got a couple like smaller off-key lights, things that are necessities that just help the production value go even further. We're hoping to get a camera sometime in the not too distant future,
and it'll mount up on the ceiling.
Yeah, do that.
Nice overview.
Yeah, I don't know. There's lots of stuff, but it's all because of stuff that you guys have done and donated on Patreon. So, huge shout out to you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Derek, for
opening
up
space.
this area. This is
when it's all said and done. You'll see a video and some pictures.
Yeah.
Of it's just a garage, and now it's a full-on studio.
Full studio.
Almost.
And
Almost
I
a full-on
think
studio.
really what's going to tie it together is just putting some stuff up on our walls.
Yeah.
A poster or like what was the thing? The
display.
Display.
Or display. Display or dat plate.
Watch.
Yeah.
We want to do a bunch of like Lord of the Rings stuff and Star Wars stuff and all of just the nerdy things. So hasn't really been much releases as far as like news things go. The Army of the Dead just had some quote unquote new models come out. I don't know if it's the same models.
Yeah, it's not new.
Yeah.
I saw them.
It's the only thing.
Not interested.
It's the only thing.
It looks cool.
That Games Workshop has given to MESBG for
like
almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So
like
thank you.
There was
we appreciate you trying.
It's something, but
to get off the road diorama.
Oh, I'm not counting that. It was a piece of garbage. Sorry if you liked it, but it's a piece of garbage.
Sorry if you liked it, but it's wrong. But you're wrong.
But you're wrong.
It's not good.
Does the Hobbits look like they all just went 6 rounds with Mike Tyson? The ring race cowl was all sorts of messed up. Just like the Witch King, the new plastic Witch King, his cowl is dumb.
Talk about a waste of money.
Honestly, I think it is. And it's cool that I will say
it's neat.
The only cool thing is that you can take the ring wraith off the scenic base and you can actually use it in a game. So that's cool. But the whole thing is a giant waste of money.
Forward thinking.
it is neat. That is like a part of the hobby that doesn't get a lot of love, like the diorama people. But
nobody asked for it.
no, we want more.
Where's the
playable
model?
models
Where's the model for an Arion? Where's the model for the the War Dragon or whatever for
the Wardrake?
Wardrake, yeah.
There's a lot of
the Wardrake.
new stuff that we could be doing. But
There's so many profiles that were mentioned or have actual stats that don't have a model.
yeah,
Like Numenor Captain, you have to kit bash that. A banner for Numenor.
Yeah.
I don't know.
do they have a banner?
Yeah. See?
They don't have horses, but that's also because they're not in the profiles. Only captains. But
Right.
that's another model. If you want a Numenor captain on a horse, you have to model it yourself.
Yep.
Yep. There's so many things like that, and it's just this has been like this is beating a dead horse because this was a topic that was hot. I don't know a couple of months ago. It's like, is MESBG dead? Which the obvious answer is no, it's not, because the community itself is keeping it alive, but Games Workshop certainly isn't helping itself. And
No, they're not.
releasing something new in like a clear, it's like bluish resin, clear bluish resin. That's cool, but it's kind of just a gimmick in my opinion.
Yeah, we're still gonna paint over it.
Oh yeah, I mean they even say like, I think what was it in the article on the release? It was like this is a cool new resin to show the ghostly figures, but painting over it is still highly acceptable. Or I don't know what they said, but like basically how they show it in the article is already painted over except for like the bottom like half inch of the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like they might have even just like dry brushed over the entire thing.
Yeah, they dry brushed white.
But I don't know how you do that without it. If it's resin that's like paintable immediately.
Yeah, I mean technically you can paint anything without priming it.
Yeah.
This is whether or not the paint's going to stick very well or not.
Yeah.
But
we have some really huge for us. I don't know. I think it's a big deal. It's cool. Just Middle Earth news coming. Can't really say anything about it. Probably about a month or so.
Sworn to secrecy.
Yeah,
Yep.
sworn to secrecy.
we signed an NDA.
In my mind.
Oh, I was like, I didn't sign one of those.
In my head, I signed
Can I talk about it?
No, it's huge for us, honestly.
huge.
It's really, really big. So that's some big news. I'm sorry we can't say anything more, but soon.
You'll know. Pretty
know.
sure after this gets released, probably.
Not
A few weeks, probably.
Yeah, we've got a while. I still working out exactly
Details.
the details for when that big thing is happening. So
Yeah.
Speaking of this, not speaking of this, weird segue into not cut that out.
cut that.
Cut that. Marker. We're getting a map. I always forget battle companies.
Oh yeah, we want to do some sort of
What do
battle
you guys think about
campaign,
that?
Yeah.
Whole campaign between the four of
At
us.
least 4 of us. We want to try to
Maybe
do more.
maybe more. Like we can maybe get Steven involved.
Mhm.
Has Steven been involved at all?
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
So maybe we can get him in.
We want to get some of his army on camera. or
Depending
something.
on
Yeah.
do a whole campaign on a map that Boone's going to create. He didn't know that till just now.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be really cool. Hoping, right? And production value it depends. Maybe the first couple.
Yeah, we've been mulling around how to film it exactly
Like, tell us what you guys want
to make
If
it look
you-
cool. Yeah.
I don't think we want to Twitch a live one of those, right? But
Probably.
what kind of?
Nah.
How many games does one of those potentially
A lot.
matches
Forever.
could it be?
You can do as long as you want.
You
Really.
can do as many as you want to do, or as least. You can do 2 matches and call it good, but that's not going
get
to
the get the whole map. See if we end with a 2,000 point. Essentially.
No, there's a cap. You
Oh,
can
good.
have,
Yeah,
I think it's like
I've
15.
We've played what 4 I think deep.
Somewhere around
Yeah.
there, yeah.
And that was a lot of
I
fun.
think the max you can have in battle companies is 15, unless you're a horde army. Then it's like 22 or something.
Yeah.
I forget.
Okay.
Yeah, like
That's
goblins and stuff.
Because maybe coming up in the future too is a full on 2v2 battle. How many points did we talk about?
I don't
that
know.
being?
There's a lot we could do. We could do small, or do like 500 each and do 1,000.
2,000 point game total.
That would be crazy. That'd be
Just-
super cool.
that'd
That'd be this
This
entire
entire
table.
board, yeah.
You get to see the whole table.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be fun to record.
Yeah, that'd be really
That'd
cool.
be fun to play too.
Yeah. Other than the MESBG stuff, I don't think there really has been much new. Oh, there has been news. Shatterpoint. Shatterpoint finally released their Ewoks, the 2 Ewok boxes.
They're out now.
Well, not released, but they released when they're going to be released.
Oh, the release of the release.
Yeah, the release of the release. So they're going to do, I think it's both Ewok boxes in February. The
Oh yeah,
Luke box with R2D2,
Jordan was talking about that.
Lando, and Boosh is going to be in January, and then along with Vader and Stormtroopers, they're going to be in January too. The only thing I didn't like is that they raised the prices on the boxes. Unfortunately,
Oh.
yeah. So the boxes are now anywhere from $50 to $60.
they raising that. That's a starter kit, right?
The starter?
Yeah.
No, that was 180 or something, like 160. Which, yeah, you get the most bang for your buck if you're doing that way, because you get 4 squads
Yeah.
plus all the terrain you need to play a game. So
Yeah,
and
that's
all
another
the
thing
tokens,
too.
dice.
Possibly doing Shatterpoint on the channel.
Oh yeah, we're for sure doing Shatterpoint.
Middle Earth is just like the bread and butter
Yeah.
kind of right now, but
It's the game we know the most. It's the game that most of our audience loves watching us play. So,
Yeah.
but we're for sure gonna do Shatterpoint. I mean, what did that one commenter say? We're polygamorous.
yeah,
Polygamers. Oh, speaking of polygamers, Magic the Gathering. We haven't done a Magic take.
I would
in a
love
minute.
to do another Magic game. I know
Yeah.
the first one didn't perform super well, but
It's still fun to. It was a lot of fun to edit.
So much fun.
A lot of fun to play.
Well, let's just get them out there, and if you guys, you don't have to watch them, obviously, but it's a lot of fun for us.
Just put it on your second screen. Don't watch it. And don't pay attention to it.
My 4 monitors over here. We'll just run one in the background.
Yeah, maybe we'll shoot one soon, and I'll just edit it in the back, like below priority of Lord of the Rings, but like just kind of chip away at it.
Yeah, I think this is cool.
I think it'd be fun. I've got a couple of my buddies have 50 decks that are tuned commander decks.
Yeah,
I mean, myself, my wife and I have like 14, so we got enough covered.
I'm gonna see. It'd be really cool, like to get his full dragon deck or the demigods or
that'd be cool.
He's got a full planeswalker deck.
Nice, super friends.
That's not as I do not love playing against it. So I'll show you guys that one maybe if he lets me borrow it.
Cool.
Probably come deposit on it.
But yeah, so Shattered Points got their releases coming out. Games Workshop, of course, always has all of their 40K stuff coming out every weekend. So
we don't really pay attention to that much.
So much.
We got new codexes, I feel like, every week, so I don't know what they're doing.
Is there a community for that?
Oh, there's a huge community.
Oh, it's their biggest. It's
really.
That's why they have so much stuff coming out.
It's the biggest
40K
war game.
Biggest,
Warhammer 40,000.
Wow.
Essentially, like I don't think there's anything that beats it really.
No.
Yeah. Big Pop of War.
Risk maybe. I don't know.
Even then.
Yeah. Well,
sounds like we're playing a Risk game next.
That's it. Our original tagline for the channel was like any and every tabletop game. Yes, even
including
Uno.
Risk.
Was it Uno?
Uno, that's right.
Uno,
yeah.
Does Catan count? Dude,
Catan's fun.
I could wreck some Catan.
Maybe we could do some like slap Uno or something.
Yeah.
Anywho's, I think that's going to be it for us today. It's been kind of just a rambling episode, but we wanted to sit down and just get something.
Those are fun to film anyways. Just hang out and talk.
Hang out and talk, yeah. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for checking out this video. Please feel free to check out all the other videos. We have more content coming into you very, very soon. Please check out Patreon, patreon.com/TableTalk
Yep.
We're going to have all sorts of new lovely things happening on there, as well as on Twitch. I'm going to start streaming my Twitch painting stuff a lot more. Boone said he's going to try to do his painting stuff more too, so we should be having stuff on there at least weekly.
I will not.
Hopefully.
And then we'll do, the group painting stuff too. We'll try to do that at some point. But
very near future would be cool.
It'd
be
nice thanks for watching, guys. Until next time. Later.
I just waved at the camera.